So this is take two for this video here. I wasn't going to make this video, but then I thought 30 minutes ago, heck, I'm going to make this video. So I started writing things down in my notes, things that I wanted to go over, because we got handed a butt whooping by the Texas Longhorns, and I just got everything off my chest. Then I look at the recording and half of it's cut off. Everything looks crazy. So I have to redo it here. But there's a couple things I want to talk about as far as the Michigan Wolverines go, because if we don't turn this season around and turn this team around, then we could be a 7-5, 8-4, 6-6 team. I don't think we will be, but there's some things that we need to fix, because if we don't fix them now, then it's going to become a problem when you get into the games against USC, Oregon, Ohio State, Michigan State, and you can't afford to play the way that you did against Texas in November. And I think one of the things we need to figure out is ball security. Not necessarily figure it out, because it's right there. We've turned the ball over 4 times in our first 2 games, 3 in the game against Texas. Davis Warren threw 2 interceptions, and Colston Loveland fumbled the football in a play that you kind of scratch your head like, what just happened there? You know, that was a momentum killer. Texas turns that into 6 points and pretty much runs away with the game from there. We need to take care of the football. Davis Warren cannot turn the football over. 3 interceptions in the first 2 games. I think that's why he was the starter, because I think Alex Orji was probably more prone to turning the football over as a passer goes, but Davis Warren has to take care of the ball. We have to take care of the ball as a team, because if we don't, you're going to lose games. Another thing I think we need to figure out is the interior depth, the interior defensive line depth. You got Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant, and then Rayshawn Benny also kind of cycles in there as well. But outside of those 3 guys, we have no depth on the interior defensive line or the defensive line in general. That front 4 there, Derek Moore, Josiah Stewart, Mason Graham, and Kenneth Grant, other than those guys and Rayshawn Benny, we have nobody behind them. And last year we had a lot of guys that were chomping at the bit to get into the game. We don't have that this year. We don't really have those backups that are able to come in, and it's kind of like a small drop off. It's a huge drop off, and Texas exposed that, because when they weren't on the field, Texas had no problem moving the football up and down the field. And then the front 7 in general, really, because our linebackers, I think they're good. Jayshon Barham, Ernest Hausman, I think these are good linebackers. They just weren't flowing to the ball fast enough, more, physical enough. I think that they were kind of out of position a lot of times, and Texas kind of felt like they had a lot of space to work with. They had speed and space. As Josh Gaddis liked to say, they were all gas, no brakes, and these linebackers couldn't keep up. They weren't there to make plays, and they just didn't look fast enough, and they didn't look physical enough, and I think that's something that we definitely need to figure out. And while we're still talking about defense here, Jair Hill, number 20 in the secondary, needs to be taken off of the field moving forward. I don't think this guy should be out there starting. You cannot tell me this is your second best corner on the team, because he is not physical. He's bad in coverage. He doesn't even know the coverage. He has no idea if we're in man or we're in zone. He's out of position all the time. He doesn't want to tackle anybody. He can't guard a receiver because he gets burnt. He can't guard a tight end because he's too afraid of contact. Jair Hill, he is not somebody that needs to be playing for the Michigan Wolverines on defense. He could get better, and I'm not trying to dog the guy. I'm just saying, from what I watched against Texas, this guy does not look like a starting corner in the Big Ten. And then we also need to be able to generate a pass rush and get off the field on third downs. I think that our pass rush is pretty solid. I think when you have Josiah Stewart and Derek Moore on the field, we are able to generate a pass rush on the outside, and then you got Kenneth Grant and Mason Graham coming on the inside. The only problem is, we were able to get pressure on Quinn Ewers, but Quinn Ewers is such a good quarterback that he was able to improvise and make plays. That's also not helping our linebackers and helping our secondary when Quinn Ewers is as good as he is at extending the play. Because let's face it, Quinn Ewers is not a slouch of a quarterback. This is a potential Heisman winner, a potential top pick in the draft. Quinn Ewers is really good. So I also want to just think about the fact that maybe we just played a really good quarterback. But if we're able to get off the field on third downs, which we weren't, because Texas was able to convert 10 of 16 attempts on third down, and a lot of them were 3rd and 8s, 3rd and 9s, 3rd and 10s, and Quinn Ewers was able to make the play. There's only so long that guys are able to cover in the secondary before we need to get a sack, or Texas is going to be able to pick up a first down, or any team is able to pick up a first down for that matter. But if we can get better at generating a pass rush and actually getting to the quarterback, I'll be satisfied with that. But let's talk about the offense a little bit. I think we need to commit to the run game. We saw it last year with Sherrone Moore when he was an acting head coach and when he was also an offensive coordinator. We were running the football. We ran the ball, 30 straight times against Penn State because we knew that's what we had, and we knew that this would win us this game. We don't have it this year in this, in the sense of the offensive line, but the offensive line needs to be able to gel together. And how are they supposed to do that in the run game when we're not running the ball or we're not sticking to the run? In this game, Donovan Edwards had 5.1 yards per carry. Khalil Mullins, 4.2 per carry. Benjamin Hall, 4.7 per carry. That's enough to win the game and establish a running game. That's not 2 yards per carry. That's about 5 yards, 4.8 yards per carry. That is good enough to continue running the football. Alex Orji, on the other hand, does not need to be running the football. He does not need to be in the game. I think he's a liability when you bring him in. He can't throw, and everybody in the stadium knows he's getting the football. Alex Orji cannot be brought in the game, especially in a situation where it's 3rd and 2 in a huge game against the Texas Longhorns, the number 3 ranked team in the country. We need to establish the run game and stay committed to it. I don't want Sherrone Moore to leave his roots. There's no reason for him to abandon his roots. The running game is what got him to be such a desired coach for the Michigan Wolverines, because he was able to do it as the offensive coordinator. He's an offensive line guy. He needs to figure it out because we need to be able to run the football. If we're not able to, we're not going to win 9 games, 10 games this season. And that one really kind of just bothers me because we need to be able to run the football. If we can't run the ball and we're forced to pass as many times as we, have been in these games, we're going to continue to struggle. Davis Warren threw the ball 33 times, and the only guy he can really throw the ball to is Colston Loveland. And Colston Loveland's dropped the ball like 3 times, and he also fumbled in this game. But he's the only guy we can throw to because guys like Samaj Morgan and Tyler Morris haven't stepped up enough to, be a number 1 wide receiver or a number 2 to Colston Loveland. They haven't been good enough. They're not creating enough separation. They're not good in run block. And I just think that they need to continue to get better. If they're not able to get better and Colston Loveland's the only target we have, then we're going to have to be a real one-dimensional team. And if we're not able to run the football, we're going to have games like we had against Texas. We have to have some guys separate themselves and get better. That way, Davis Warren has some other targets to throw to other than Colston Loveland. I don't want to throw the ball all the time, but when we need to, other guys need to get open. We need a Cornelius Johnson, a Roman Wilson, a Ronnie Bell. We need somebody to step it up. I pretty much have talked about everything I want to talk about, but one other guy that I want to bring up is Max Bredesen. He's a team captain. I don't know if he's hurt. I didn't really do my research on that because, like I said in the beginning of the video, I just decided 30 minutes ago that I wanted to talk about this game and talk about Michigan football. Max Bredesen has not been on the field. He can be placed as an H-back in the backfield. You can use him in a variety of ways. You can use him in the I formation. Heck, you could split him out as an extra tight end if you needed to. But Max Bredesen is somebody that needs to be on the field. He's going to help your team out. He's not going to hinder your offense. He's only going to make it better because he's somebody who can make an impact in the running game. Maybe even in the passing game. You have no idea until you get him on the field, and I have no idea where he's been. So if you guys know where Max Bredesen's been, please let me know. But I think I'm going to wrap this video up. I just wanted to get on here and talk about Michigan football because, over the last couple of days since we played Texas, it's continued to bother me how poor we played in that game. I get it. A lot of guys left. We were replacing like 18 starters. Jim Harbaugh's gone to the NFL. Jesse Mentor's gone to the NFL. Our strength and conditioning coach gone as well. There's a lot of guys to replace. This is a new team and really a new brand of Michigan football. And I'm excited to see the future. Sherrone Moore is going to get it together. I have faith in him. I just wanted to get on here and talk about what I think Michigan needs to do to fix this season, because if we're unable to do the things that I just talked about, I do think that we are going to have a down year. Not a 5-7 year, not even a 6-6 year, but maybe an 8-4 year potentially. If we can turn this season around, there's no telling how good this team can be. We could be a playoff team. We can go into Columbus and beat the Ohio State Buckeyes. We can do that if we're able to fix the small things that needed to be fixed. I also thought this season could be a season that gets rid of all the bandwagon fans, because every fan base has those bandwagons that join once the team starts succeeding. And as a Michigan fan myself, I can't stand them. So maybe a couple of the fair weather fans will be on their way. But I'm excited for Michigan football. Always have been, always will be. I think that we can turn this season around, and I'm excited for November when we take on Ohio State in the shoe. I do think that we're going to give them our best game all season long. We're going to be a better team come the end of November than we are here on September 7th. That's going to do it for this video, everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.